Hey guys, it's Rambo again for the Cell Lab. Welcome to another edition of Fixin' Crap. Here's the 6S Plus charger port repair. First step, same as always, you're going to remove the display assembly. Now to do that, you're going to go ahead and remove both screws from the left and right side of the lightning charger port. If you don't know your left from right, you're in luck. It's on both sides. And there's the second one. Alright, after that we're going to get our spudger, spacer, fingernails, whatever the hell you want to use, and you're going to grab right in between the display assembly and the frame itself. Just be real careful when you're getting this out. It has a lot of adhesive on there. That's their attempt to waterproof and dustproof. And you carefully want to slide your plastic tools. Plastic's probably what your ex-girlfriend was made of, in case you were wondering. Up and back, there we go. It's best to warm up the screen a little bit beforehand if you can, even using the sun. So you're going to flip open the display assembly, and that's going to reveal the inside of the phone. Be sure that you don't go past 90 degrees, because if you do, you'll snap the flex cables. And if you do that, you've ruined your phone. You might as well throw it in the trash and go get a life. So there's 5 screws here to unscrew on the heat shield. This basically protects your logic board, and you want to be real careful that you put the screws in the same order as you took them out when you're reassembling the phone. Otherwise, you're going to mess some stuff up. There's the 4th, and we have one more. Perfect, perfect. Now they're all out. Now what we're going to do is unclip the connectors from the logic board, and these will snap out, like we always say, like Legos. 1, 2, and 3. Alright, now we're ready. This is where we start changing out the actual charger port. So there's a battery terminal shield there that you see, and we're going to remove the 2 screws. 1 and 2. Out we go. We're setting everything aside so that we know exactly where to put it back. That's very, very important. Whenever you're stealing something, put it where you can remember where you found it. Okay, our heat shield's off. Now we're going to go back to our plastic tool there, and we're going to pop that out. Okay, bam, there we go. Now our battery is disconnected, so we have no more power running to it. Now, the first screws that we're going to remove are the 2 Phillips screws at the top of the receiver. The receiver's little black piece, bam, there's one. And we'll quickly take out the other one. Perfect. Now, start moving down the charger assembly and then to the left. And you'll see a little screw there, the one I just removed. We're going to remove that one. Now we're going to remove the screw that is closest to the corner of the phone. And there we go. Now you might want to make sure that you have a magnetized screwdriver, because if you don't, you're going to be using tweezers a lot. And we don't mean for masturbation, we mean for fixing your phone. Tell it's kind of difficult to get it out there. But there we go. It's off. Now, there is going to be a charger shield that needs to be taken off. So that's just another metal piece that goes over it. Apple loves to use these. Just keeps everything safe, mainly from heat, and if you have an explosive battery, it doesn't get over everything. They said they did away with explosive batteries after the 5S. Okay. There's really just a bunch of screws down here, and the important part is it doesn't really matter what order you take them out in or what you put them back in. It's just you really need to remember where you took them out of. And what we did is we make little diagrams on pieces of paper, and then we just set the screws right in there. Okay, now using tweezers, very, very easy. Just pull that shield off, set it to the side, pull the vibrator motor off. So it does need to be disconnected first. And watch what I'm about to do here. So you can see how we took all the screws out. And if we just get right under there, we were able to unclick it from another Lego-like connection. Perfect, so we're getting there. We've almost destroyed your iPhone for you. Alright, next up you're going to see screws that are actually somewhat attached to the frame there. So out she comes. And we would speed this one up. The only reason that we're not speeding this one up for you is so you can see kind of how long it does take to do this. And we mainly want you to understand, because down here a lot of this uses adhesive. If you don't have a heat gun, like I said, make sure you really warm these up the best that you can. Don't put them in a microwave. We tried putting a cat in our microwave last week, and we are definitely not going to try with phones. So if you look, there's a couple screws that are actually attached to the sidewall, and those hold the speaker in place. So we need to go ahead and unscrew those from the sidewall. And then we're going to use our plastic spudger again. We're going to gently pop open our speaker there. And then what we're going to see is that it's attached to wires. Those are for the antennae. And that's how you get a signal on your phone. So if you break those, go ahead and throw your phone right in the trash can because you've ruined it. I'm just kidding, you can give it to us. So carefully, as I dropped it. But one of the speaker's wires is actually adhered onto the speaker. So as you can see, it does pop off easily. You don't just want to rip it though, because you'll rip out the wire. And set it to the side. Okay, now you'll see a screw underneath the speaker that you just took out of the phone. You are going to remove that little hidden beauty, set her to the side where you won't forget where you got it. By now you're probably confused on where your screws go. Okay, there's another one on the sidewall. We got this out. And there's a little reminder, go to thecellab.com. You get free tools, free shipping, free FaceTime support, and everything else you could want for free. Now, we are adding a little heat. If you need to purchase a heat gun, we sell those on our website as well. As you can see though, we're just kind of hitting all the phone. The reason we're doing this is because the charger port itself actually has adhesive as well, and you have to tear it back. You have to really go super, super slow. Slowly peel it back and don't tear it. If you tear it, you've ruined this charger port. If you're replacing a broken one, who cares? Just scrape it out, doesn't matter. But if you're just doing this to tear your phone apart, you really don't want to break these. So we're going to show the whole thing just so you can see kind of how slow she needs to be fingered to be satisfied. Yeah, you really got to take your time here. Okay, a little more heat. And again, the heat just loosens the adhesive. Just heats it to the point where it turns back into kind of a liquid glue form, and it's easier to peel stuff off. So she's hot. Now, how hot should we heat it up? Just till it's about as hot as you can touch it. Don't go too much harder than that. If you go hotter than that, you're going to damage some of the electronics. You see how hard this is to kind of peel off there while we're making sure that we don't tear it. And again, a charger port's, $26. It's not a huge deal considering you're working on a $1,300 phone if you have the 128 gig. It's free if you go to AT&T, and it's free if you steal it. So if you don't have a baby to stick their finger in there, you're going to want to grab something, preferably plastic, put it in the headphone jack, and then you can just kind of jimmy it out of there. Just slowly. You don't want to break any parts on it, but you can see that the adhesive comes up pretty easily that way. Bam, last part out. Now, once you've completely removed the rest of the adhesive, got one more little piece here, and that is very, very delicate. There we go. And you're going to go ahead and the whole piece will come out as one. You see how everything's disconnected there? So now all we have to do is once again grab our plastic tool and it pops right out of there. Bam, set it to the side. Now, to hook it up, just do it in the same exact order. The one thing you want to be careful of is that you don't break those antenna wires. Alright, it's Rambo, SellLab.com. Come visit us, smile, laugh, enjoy, and most of all, spend money.